Hello. Okay, so now we're talking about SEO PR part two. Now, I might have already talked about this, Lo Siento. I think I'm just going to do it again, and just in case. I feel like I kind of brushed on some of this last time, which was probably super unorganized and hard to follow. So I want to talk about what to do with each press medium if you want SEO. So, and we're actually only talking about a few press mediums, television and print, and then maybe blogs and straight up websites, but those are not press mediums. So basically what we're doing here is we are excluding radio, because I've told you before, I get irritated with radio, maybe because they don't give me links, but I don't know. We don't work with them a lot. So if you want radio, just get podcast interviews. Okay. Podcast interviews, you'll get more links from. So go back to the podcast section if you're thinking about radio, or get radio. I don't know. I mean, maybe like OPB or something, or the NPR OPB. It's harder to get though. So anyway, okay, television. And I think I already kind of mentioned this, but most larger TV markets have digital editors, and they decide what of the online on air stories will end up online. So if you're already made it on air, you might get online. Now, how to make sure you get online? Well, you can't always control everything, but is to not get like a 30-second B-roll type story. You want to get a story with a reporter that covers you. Then you have more chance of getting it online as well. Now, if you just don't even want to work with the reporter, if you have the option, possibly bypass the reporter and go straight to the digital editor. Now, oddly, this is kind of like for not as great news, which maybe that's good, but this is for kind of like calendar listings or charity fundraisers or something like that, where it has a local tie-in or a local connection, and it's important, but we just might not need to get a reporter to cover it, and they might not want to, but they still want content at first online and then social as well. So then you try and work with the digital editor there. And that's really for bigger markets that would have a digital editor. And then print is kind of the same thing. A lot of what you land in print will also go online, but then maybe now it won't. And now sometimes they're doing some stories just for online, which is great. I'll take that any day. I'd rather have one just online than in print. I don't really care about print. Even for the clients that don't need SEO, I'm kind of like, because sometimes these reporters are like, yeah, well, we can only get it on the website, not in print. And I'm like, okay, I think that's fine. Because, honestly, we have so many clients. I can't like grab all print everywhere across the country. But I can grab all the websites in terms of my media report, right? So I really love it when they put it online. Okay, that was a tangent. But yeah, so we're trying to work with digital editors / producers, if we can, or just the reporter who then will maybe get it to the digital editor will then decide what from the print thing goes online. Like if it's just super basic like that, or there's like just digital reporters that everything they write is only for online, or it's a mix where it's like one reporter, let's say they have one beat, but they'll know this story is better for online, this is for print. It kind of seems like a waste of time not to use it for both, but so what do I know? Honestly, I can't track everything. So this is just kind of like my guess now, and from doing this for a long time, but things change a lot, right? So it's like, I can say, oh, I have 20 years of experience. Well, that's nice, but what did you do yesterday? Because literally yesterday, like the biggest newspaper in your market made a huge change and you missed it because you're doing videos. Just saying. Okay. Just kind of in a mood today. Okay, so blogs and straight up websites. Now that's like that, not press, right? But we can still treat them as press. So let's say we do have a client or in our own, like if we're in-house, our own goals are to be in front of a different audience that is not reading the newspaper, but they're reading like mommy blogs or something like that. We consider those press and we treat them the same way. And we pitch them the same, maybe not totally the same way, but kind of in that thoughtful way, right? And so we can just consider those as press. Or you can also look at industry blogs, newsletters, review sites, government and university websites can be included in your media list, and actually even charities, those websites. So like if you already are doing a deal, like campaign with the charity, just try and get a little bit of coverage involved on their website, because they might have a good DA on their website. And anything with the .edu, like university, they have really good DAs. So try and get like on those.